We make the strings louder.
Would you just look at it?
Said 3 more times.
Do they? No, I like that. So I think, looking at this thing today, I think I feel like there's a little bit too much red right here. I might end up painting this silver or black, just kind of offset it a little bit. And I think painting the compressor cover right here black would make it kind of work a little bit. No, that's too much red.
I think red, and then anodize the compressor wheel red.
Yeah, just do it all red, and then I could run a clear air filter on it too.
Yeah.
And then that would be good.
Or like a clear intake pipe.
Yeah, so I guess part of the agenda today is going to be to try to get the AC lines hooked up. So I'm going to be running into town. I have my radiator over there. And I guess there's a place that a lot of you guys have told me. I already kind of knew that there's places that do this, but this is the hose I have, and I need to convert it from this end right here to this end right here. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to run in there. Hopefully they can make that work, and if not, then I don't know. I guess I'm just going to have to buy an IS300 hose because it looks like that'll work. So into town we go. All right, so I got back from the junkyard. What did we get at the junkyard? Nothing.
Radiator.
Well, we got radiator things we got them off like a Corolla or something like that. And I don't think these are going to do any good. I don't know where the factory ones went.
They're in a box, I'm sure.
I don't know if I got them. I don't know. Those definitely won't work. So, and the only ones you could really find online are like the billet aluminum ones.
Get the billet aluminum ones.
They're like they're like $60.
$60.
I mean, I probably should, but they don't have like the rubber things that go in between them though. So I guess I haven't really looked for those. So getting back, I pulled the turbo off it real quick because I had to put this little fitting. This is like a press-in fitting on this side, and basically what it does is you just pull out your factory like breather thing right there, and then this just has like a slip fitting, and then you hammer it in. But it was pretty sketchy because it honestly felt like I was gonna like just bust off the valve cover, but you really had to hammer it in there. So yeah, I need to run the AN lines. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen tonight or not, but yeah, basically I'm gonna go straight back and then over into there. Same with this side. This side, it was, it's not as tight. This one was like crazy tight and was really hard to get in there, and I seriously thought I was gonna break the valve cover. And this one just like slipped right in. So, but I did have this one in the freezer. I don't know, I guess it's a lot tighter now, so that's probably all right. So, now that the valve covers are almost officially bolted on there, I did get some little Allen head things from Fastenal. They only had a pack of 5, so I was only able to do this edge and then this one, but I need to go back and get some more for this side. But yeah, I guess we're getting halfway close. So I need to throw the turbo back on it, and then I guess run some lines, maybe. Alright guys, so this is, hopefully you can see my hands. So you guys are stuck on top of my head right now, and I got my little GoPro app right here, making sure that we're looking at the right things, because sometimes I don't do that, like right now. So anyhow, one of the things I needed to kind of figure out, or what I was trying to figure out today, was like all the lines and things and where I was going to place things in the engine bay. So you can see right here, I mean, that is a heater hose, and this is a heater hose. And that's not really the most ideal place for them. This thing like comes out, goes down, and then goes back in, and kind of gets in your way of a downpipe. So Powerhouse Racing does make a kit, but it's like $70 for 2 lines and like 4 clamps, which is kind of crazy. So I'm probably just going to go to O'Reilly's tomorrow and pick up something to try to basically just do a little 90 straight into there, because there's no reason that it needs to go straight up and then over here. This is going to be the highest point of your coolant system right there, and that's going to give you a bubble, and it looks ugly. So I think the reason they did that was because of the twin turbo stuff, but I mean, I honestly don't really know. And then this thing right here should be able to just do a 90 and a 90, as long as we can kind of find a hose that kind of fits the bill for that. So I'm gonna move these things off here because they're just kind of disgusting, and they're kind of grossing me out just looking at them like that. I'm not too pumped about actually having these things on the car. So yeah, tonight's kind of one of those nights. I don't have a whole lot of time to work on the car. And all the stuff I really have to do to it isn't going to be good. We're going to turn this off. I think I have an idea of what we're looking at. So I went ahead and right here I got the catch can kind of mocked up in the way that I want. There is a drain valve on the bottom, and I almost thought about like drilling a hole through there and then running a hose and kind of going down on the bottom with like a little petcock or something, so that way I could just like throw a little pan under there, drain the catch can if I needed to, because it does have a set screw to kind of set it in, and then it has just a little bolt that I'm going to have to figure out, basically run a nut cert in and bolt that right there. So as you can see, the turbo is off just because I was pounding this thing out. There is one bolt on the very bottom under the manifold, and it would probably be okay, but you can see these things are studs, and if I could get the camera in there, it's almost, I feel like it almost is touching the manifold. So I need to get in there and remove that second to last stud on the bottom and basically install a nut or a bolt in it, and basically thread the bolt in as I kind of stick the manifold up there, and then I could the manifold will be officially bolted on there, and then I could start running the coolant lines, the oil lines, the feed, the return. So I was going to run some catch can stuff. Here's all the Deechworks things. I don't have, I was kind of a goof, and I had them send me a 10 and a 90 instead of 4 straights. So I have these 4 straights right here, and this will basically just go right here. And these things are pretty rad right here, because you could basically go straight up and down or over, or you could kind of clock it like that if you wanted to have it kind of go up and then kind of tie it right here and then kind of go down, so that way, the oil would kind of drain back into the valve cover and not 100% go over there. The only thing that would get over there is vapor. But that's kind of one of the things that we need to, kind of wait for some more fittings, I guess. So the other thing is coolant lines. For that, I have the 6 and stuff, so I might end up running those before the end of the night, but I guess the primary goal right now is just going to be to go ahead and get this turbo manifold off here and pull the studs out, the one stud, and then get that thing officially bolted on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. Alright, so this right here is the guy that's going to be replacing the stud. You can see that came out really easy. I just used this little, I think it's a 9mm. It's just one of like the inverted Torx, and it came right out. Alright, so and then one other thing I'm going to do while I'm down here. As you can see, this is the rear feed for the rear turbo, like the oil pressure feed. And so it's kind of a weird deal. I would always search on the internet and like try to figure out like a bolt or something that would go in there and plug it. And literally all it is a drain bolt, like the same thread. Like you just order a drain bolt that goes in your oil pan to drain your oil, and that's what you use, and you could stop up that back thing right there. And then for the front bolt, you can see that's still in there. That's just the same banjo. And it's just, I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. It just goes into the block, and then you tighten it down onto this guy, and that'll be your feed. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there too. Alright, so just make sure my banjos, the washers are on the right side. With this guy, I wonder if I should just go straight down. Straight up. That should work. Alright, time to throw this guy on. Alright. right, so I've been playing with a couple little things. I got the manifold completely bolted on. All the nuts and one bolt are completely tight. And yeah, I'm really stoked on this Future Fabrication turbo manifold. This is the same manifold that like Forrest Wang runs on his FD cars. A couple other guys in you know, that have decent power 2J builds, but cool dude out of Arizona and makes these things. So pretty good. I think I still have a promo code to save you guys. I think it's either 5 or 10% off of a manifold, which I mean on like $1,000 manifold, that makes a hell of a difference. I'll be sure to put that in the description. Yeah, you can see this this little Garrett 3584 RS kind of looks kind of like small when you put a 4-inch intake on it, but kind of what I was mocking up right now is this whole situation right here. You can see this is for it's a black AN fitting, and this was going to be the feed or the return or whatever for one of the coolant passages on here, but you can just see how far that sticks out, and that kind of just gets right in the way of my whole situation here. So the other thing I was looking at is I have this like 180, and you can see there's a port right there that I could tap, and I could tap that to 1/8 or quarter NTP, and you know, just put this fitting in here, and I have another plug. I do need to tap these a little bit deeper because I don't like how it looks just sticking out that far, because it's pretty much fully tight right there on the top. But yeah, if I do that, you can see it just comes out right there on the back. Can't really see. Yeah, you can see it comes out right there on the back, and that'll make for a really nice clean little thing, because I could kind of dive up and then come over here to the side and go up there or on the back side. So that's I guess those are my options. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, actually, because I don't like that whole situation there anyhow. Alright, so the next thing I gotta do is throw this little drain, little 10-an drain fitting right here on the bottom. Alright, so this is what I'm looking at as far as turbo drain clocking. So you can see it's kind of stuffed right there in between the two pieces of manifold. And that, I don't really like that. I feel like that's just kind of, you know, asking to melt stuff and catch stuff on fire, because you're having the oil, and then, you know, kind of no matter what line you have, figure you're probably going to be running, you know, 1,000-degree you know, exhaust temps, and I mean, this manifold's gonna be glowing red at certain points, and having it just, you know, a couple millimeters off of each side is definitely not gonna cut it. So kind of what I think I'm gonna do is with the Garrett turbos, and I believe pretty much with any like water cooled turbo, you're supposed to kind of have, I believe, the hot water going in like at an angle, like the hot water going in and then the cold water goes out. So one of these is hot and the other one's cold. I forget exactly which one it is, but on my drift car we basically have the turbo kind of tilted 15 degrees in like that, and I think what that'll do is that'll allow me to run like a 45-degree 10-an fitting kind of coming out here, so that the drain will essentially come over here and then loop back down over there. So I don't have any nice ones. I do have this one right here. This is just some really, you know, ugly, you know, typical like red and blue one, but this will be a good example. That's probably not even a 45, that's probably like a 30-degree or something, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull the turbo back off, throw this on there, and see how it looks. Like I said, don't really have a whole lot of time to really mess with this thing tonight, so I gotta get going. So yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow and I'll start messing with some more stuff, but I went ahead and I decided to leave this right here. I found a little bit tighter of a bend right there. Little 6-an thing, and I was able to get those things to actually sit flush in there versus sticking out all crazy. And then just, you know, maybe I'll save this for later down the road in case I need like another like 1/8 NTP you know, sensor temperature thing like that, and I think this will work. Definitely not going to be a blue coupler. This is just the only 4-inch one I had laying around. This is a 4-inch pipe, and then I'm gonna have the big O I don't know where that filter went, but a big O AEM like 5-inch like big old filter in here. But that's that'll be, we'll start messing with some more of that stuff tomorrow, and hopefully get it a little bit more figured out. But yeah, I think that drain line should work perfect going down there. Obviously not that one though. Alright guys, we're back at the shop, and took a couple days off. So this weekend we were at my buddy's wedding. I was in there, so I didn't get anything done on the Supra. I already started filming a video on the inside over there of the engine bay, and that is probably what you already seen. But we are over here, and we are going to be working on the diff today, or messing with the diff partially. So we're going to go ahead and take this thing apart and basically make sure it's clean. So you guys don't remember the last time I had this thing out, or when it was in the car, it got broken. So I bought a cover, and then we just kind of put it on there just to make sure we didn't get no dusty fellas in there. So now we're going to pull it out, clean it, seal it up, and maybe throw it in the car.
Kind of shaky, but it probably would have been more shaky. I'm pretty sure this is RTV'd on. Well, like...
Get a pipe line, give it a...
Yeah, but it's... Hey.
What?
It's RTV'd on there.
We didn't RTV it.
We RTV'd it.
I swear we did, and there's probably an extra bolt.
No, here we go.
Oh, it's got dowel pins.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tight.
No RTV.
We need some,
What?
Oh, actually...
Brake clean.
Yeah, there's some brake clean, too. Yeah. Nurse!
Alright, so we got Dave working on the diff, and Trev, what do you got going on over here?
I'm pulling the condenser back out so I could remove the front crank pulley. What?
So we're gonna remove the front crank pulley. He's gonna get that bottom cover out, put some of the pulleys on, and
Did you notice all these marks in here? It looks
Yeah, the guy's
things.
diff blew up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Had that cover. Not with this old guy.
did you get a pretty new one?
Look at this guy right there.
David, how many dollars to sell your Dr. Pepper shirt?
Million.
$1 million. You heard it first. $1 million. Dave will sell a Dr. Pepper shirt.
I have some bad news
Why?
about this diff cover.
Why?
Come here.
Cracked?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I want to hear that.
Where? Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Fritz, bud. It is. Look, it's
Oh,
right too.
yeah.
It's way cracked,
Yeah,
bud.
it's super cracked. Now that I see it,
It's like cracked all the way down.
it's cracked all the way up.
Oh,
Yeah, you can feel it.
shit.
All the way up. Well, if anybody has a Toyota Supra twin turbo diff cover,
Need one, stat.
yeah, this one's cracked.
You think? I think we could probably just weld that.
How?
How you gonna weld that when it has to be
Well,
flat?
no, we'll V it out and then grind her flat. I have that like belt sander thing. Or we could have it take it. Well, I could take it to the machine shop and have them deck it after. Just weld it. I mean, I don't know where I'm gonna find another one of these damn things.
I don't know how far it goes.
Well, we'll just V it out real good and just turn up the weld.
But it goes down into the gout, like the thing down there too. Like it's all in
I
there.
mean, I just at this point, like I don't know what to do because I have an NA diff.
No, it doesn't
Like,
work.
Just
weld
build,
it.
just build an aftermarket with an
It's
LSD.
just weird how like
That way you don't have a torsion diff in there, anyways.
Well, I want
you
the.
still have to.
But you want the ring and pinion, I get it. But
Yeah, you want the 220 mil.
I
Like,
mean, you could always get a billet diff cover.
yeah, but shit.
how much are they?
About $300 or something.
No, they're like $6. And I think I already paid like $250 for that one. Alright, so now that the spark plugs are installed in here, I'm going to go ahead and install this. It's a Thorn Industries coil pack conversion or individual coil on plug conversion. So as you guys know, all the JZs are, or this generation of JZ is batch fire. And so what this does is it takes like the LS1 or like the truck style like Chevy smart coils with this built-in heatsink right here. And he basically takes these, cleans them, tests them, puts these different boots on them, and then provides this whole bracket system, little carbon fiber look brackets right there with some hardware. And then when you have the wiring specialties harness like drawn up, or when they make them, then they just do it so that it's all these coils. So you have individual coils, smart coils, so you don't need an igniter or anything. And these coils are really good. A lot of people make a lot of power on them. And yeah, I'm excited to kind of get rid of the igniter as well and the batch thing, and we could do individual. That's gonna be all I'm gonna be able to get done tonight. Well, actually, I could probably stay here for a couple hours and do things, but I'm tired. I'm gonna go home and go to bed. This thing, pretty stoked on this coil on plug conversion. Again, this is the Thorn Industries thing or kit, and you can buy this basically when you do check out on if you are ordering like a wiring specialties harness. So you can select to have your basically your coil pack set up like this, and you can also purchase this kit. And I think they have it for JZ, RB, I think SR, and probably a couple other things too. But yeah, definitely pretty rad. I'm stoked to get this that Fluiddampner thing on there, or the harmonic balancer. And yeah, my coil cover, the shop neighbor, he's good at pinstriping, so he's pinstriping the Toyota logo on the front. But I think tomorrow I'm gonna come back here and get the wiring specialties engine harness installed. Start messing with some stuff with you know, maybe intercooler piping. Maybe not intercooler piping. I ordered some stuff for exhaust and intercooler, and I got a little chop saw thing, so I'm going to be playing with maybe some pie cut deals. Ordered a 4-inch muffler, a resonator, and a bunch of other little parts. So now it's kind of the part of the build where I feel like I'm kind of getting limited on what I could do, and it's all on waiting on parts. So I do have a lot of stuff that did come in. So like I said, I do have the wiring harness, the ECU, but the sensors and stuff, I'm going to kind of wait a little bit because I have like an intake air temp sensor that needs to go on the intercooler pipe, some O2 stuff that needs to go in the exhaust. I could probably actually go ahead and start fabricating the downpipe at least, but I did order some stuff for the wastegate, you know, to recirculate that, because I definitely want to recirculate that a little bit. But overall, we got a lot of things to do. We got a few things done, but hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to bang out a lot of things on here. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the daily uploads. We might be saying bye to that project over there, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But look at that booty.